Call a tutti, ben ritrovati in questo nuovo gameplay di Starfield. Io come sempre sono Vivisector, trovate linkato in basso tutti i miei social. Saranno anche gli altri gameplay, non so fino a quando riuscirò a portarlo avanti, magari mi prende all'improvviso e lo finisco con voi qua con i video in live eccetera, oppure lo abbandono definitivamente, non lo so, però gli sto dando un'altra possibilità, gli sto dando un'altra possibilità, quindi niente, partiamo. Che devo fare? Stavolta funziona Streamlabs, si vede l'event list e probabilmente si vede pure la chat. Bethesda continua. Passa pure un'abilità penetrazione armatura. Quella va messa, cazzo. Ok, dovevamo lasciare il pianeta. Ho capito, ma dove devo andare?
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again? And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. Okay, no problem.
Mamma mia, ma come si fa?
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration here.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, sure. We'll take care of any holes, broken seal.
This unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not...
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here, though I have informed him repeatedly. It is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions... Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Oh, please, take a look.
No. Miseria, non posso. Non mi posso ricomprare l'arma. Ah, ricompra, ecco qua. Ah, sì? Va bene, allora me li riprendo. Sono i grimaldelli. Sì, sì, allora me li riprendo. Aspetta. Ok. Dicevi Digipic, giusto?
Thanks for coming in.
Non me l'ha messo. Che non me l'ha messo?
Selling art is a bit of an art itself.
Although I have attempted
Ciao,
an
Metallo Mirko,
analysis
buonasera.
several times, I simply
Quanta roba,
cannot
mamma mia,
quantify
sì.
humans' addiction to caffeine.
L'altro non riesce a seguire tutto comunque. Mamma mia, sta barba fa proprio schifo comunque.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Ti ci perdi comunque a comprare e vendere la roba questo.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. You're ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question. Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. So something did happen. Barrett mentioned a loss of consciousness last time he found an artifact.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god.
Pelle
That's
liscia.
it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Mi hanno dato la chiave della loggia. Ma su cosa non si può allora, mannaggia. Sì, infatti mi sono appena messo... Mi sono appena messo le abilità. Che cos'è questo? Guida...
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing... Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently.
Roberto i coglioni che si stanno
about 2
scartavetrando.
years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion.
Non fa per me, ragazzo, gioco. Si parla troppo lento. Per quante ore devi giocare? No, io in teoria potrei già smettere. Avevo detto che volevo fare 3 gameplay almeno. Questo è il secondo.
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input. Your brain's
la
attempt
musica
to make
l'altra
sense
volta non l'ho
of
sentita.
something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people... I'm not saying you didn't really see anything. Just that it's really... That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. We're all in this together now, right? Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering. Until you arrive, there's still so... Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about... We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific...
Ah. L. Poi in alto a sinistra non lo leggete, però è uscito scritto che c'è una bacheca che posso consultare per le missioni. 3 gameplay è un po' eccessivo.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical... One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in... Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. And... I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could... And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but... Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection.
I trust you're still satisfied with your
Noelle.
Gardens
You've
are out the
been
doors
an
there.
invaluable
If you
asset
need
to
a
the
moment
group,
of
Noelle.
quiet contemplation.
Just wanted to make
Emphasis
sure
on
you
the
didn't
quiet
regret
part.
it.
At least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
C'avevo le cose da dargli, mannaggia la miseria per guadagnare soldi. Ah, qua posso cucinare. Vabbè, ma mi devo pure cucinare cose, voglio, ma che sfaccino, ma che palle.
Now let's see about that room. We're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Ma non te ne andare, ti devo dire una cosa, mannaggia la miseria.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each
No,
of us,
vabbè,
so
Moby
I
Dick.
better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy.
590 costa Moby Dick. Allora qua sicuramente ci lascio questo perché go to the fucking gym always. No, che ho preso? Mannaggia miseria, pensavo si aprisse. Che cos'era mo? Che cos'è? Ah, sei riuscito a rimetterla sopra. Ah, posso pure dormire. Come in Fallout, albè.
Is everything okay?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Pun intended.
Bet you never expected
As much
to
as
end
I
up
love
involved in
uncovering
something
new
like this.
questions. Okay, let's take a look. Anything I can learn from is a help. Stay safe, okay?
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words... That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data. Well, there was some overlap in interest. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out, after a long talk, we realized we had a lot in... Take care of yourself.
Dove sta l'altro che mi devo presentare?
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our... Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances.
Personalizzare. Vai giù, ma devo fare tutto io.
For large-scale projects. If you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build.
Ma in Minecraft nello spazio sto cosa.
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't. Stroud Eklund functions. For years, I finally decided to do... Me? Someone has to fund all this and all my success. I don't pretend. And, as you've now seen, remember, you're representing all of us.
Yeah? So, are you ready to get...
You sure spend a lot of time on Constellation business. Doesn't Issa miss you?
It's true.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually.
Wow. All right.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together. You mean besides the ship, the robot? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact... And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UCC... Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Those are the rules. Advance humanity's knowledge to the best of your ability. Now,
I am at your service, Captain.
Abbiamo finito di parlare. Cosa sta arma? No, mannaggia, ci ho premuto 3 volte R.
Nicely done.
Ho sprecato un digipick, mannaggia.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside. Yes? You needed something? Most of Mast's employees have extensive training, but if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side. Stay safe.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't
It's a game we play. He asks.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood.
The Sol System? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was... You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Hey, Vanguards risk their lives every day to keep people safe.
Easy there, John. Everyone agrees we need to talk to your Vanguard about what he...
All right, I'll let it slide. No good for the recruiting office to be seen arguing with this. Sol System is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking...
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between... You'll have to ask him, but Van wouldn't be surprised if he found it... Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready.
Dobbiamo scendere?
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Quale quella?
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol System doesn't get a lot of traffic. No, it's fine. Exploration is my entire life. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all... I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. Well... You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, and as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So... Very well. Next time, then. Until later.
There's a bit more in the back. Hope you're finding everything you need. Oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business.
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Invoice haven't needed diplomatic
On deck.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Hey, Sarah's friend.
Picking away at the leftovers of the colony war.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk, and if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Madonna, quanta roba, sto impazzendo.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by... Is it you? Is it really?
Ah, questo è il fan adorante.
Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellations shining. Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, but now that I know it's you, what are the... But I changed my routine for one day. I know, right? And you can... Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just either way. It's such an... Hey, do you mind if I... What am I saying? You're a hero. Good point. I'll start working on it right away. Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. If not, I can start. You won't be disappointed.
No, vabbè, pure questo.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
Proclamation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers.
Qua si capisce un po', diciamo, il plot twist della storia.
The Free Star Collective was
Plot,
formally
non
organized in
twist.
2188,
Solo il plot.
later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Marion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Nerion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Nerion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Certo che inventarsi tutta sta roba, ok. Perché inventarsi tutta sta roba?
On the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade.
Sarà, ma sei rippolo gli occhi,
Thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinium? Gave it over to these things.
Can't stop staring.
One of these murals said he was
real
executed after the
terramorph.
war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
Metal Gear.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides Alliance deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war. In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city seemingly out of nowhere on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military
secondo me ci fanno qualche serio film su sto gioco,
proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to
si presta
destroy the
proprio secondo
Londinian
me.
spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed.
Ma voi non dite che ci farebbero una serie da tutta sta roba?
Research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake, but let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. They think it is, and that makes them dangerous.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Ultimo.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there... Okay.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Entro
This is
subito.
the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
Is this your first time flying? Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
You will regret that. You won't defeat us. Your progress ends here. Target defeated. Target elimination imminent. Propulsion systems down. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers. Resuming the examination.
New targets active. No order given.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New targets active.
You must be able to do better than that. Damage sustained.
Halting simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Ah, 4 su 6. No, allora fammeli fare altri 2. Vediamo se riesco. Ciao Infer, buonanotte.
Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Lo
days
sai,
out
è
from the
troppo
simulation's
difficile
control
questo.
terminal.
Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
I love coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy, next to reading about it.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Me? 6, 7, but Vanguard's been meet new people. Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. I'll let the techs know you think so highly of their work, and make a note you've got prior combat experience. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. 2 traits the Vanguard values highly. Your physiological results are eerily calm. Not a vital spike to be seen. You really know how to keep your cool. Exactly what the Navy's looking for in our recruits. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that waiver's some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only just 5 years. We've been hounding for some recruits with experience. Says here I can even offer you a bonus along with your signing advance.
Citizenship in 5 years? That's quite impressive. Took me almost 9, thanks to some false starts. You should be proud.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed? Fantastic.
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees, sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Dov'è lo scienziato vicino all'albero?
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to... Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2... That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes
I'm
it's
sorry,
seen?
I really can't afford to be distracted. Yes. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some... Are you familiar with this particular specimen?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never get...
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait. You're not mocking me. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems... Well, that's... There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and...
No, sta cosa dell'ossigeno, sa, potevano sparare niente.
The United Colonies Vanguard program recently celebrated its 15-year anniversary.
So after an hour of whining,
Just look at it. It took years.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell? Yeah, it was. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I hope I'm as cool as Solomon Co. when I grow up. Hello?
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer... Welcome to UC Distribution. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks. Also, if you're here about a corporate account... Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well... You can have it back for what I paid for it. Plus... I could, but I did pay for it. I'd like to recover my losses. And it's all the way in the back. You did say this was important after all. Honestly, it's probably worth way more than what we're talking about. Back to it then.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like...
If it isn't, I need all of the biosensors if the data... So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they... All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. Oh. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that The internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance.
Boh, ho giocato quasi 2 ore, non ho fatto niente. Semplicemente parlato. Vabbè. Vi lascio con uno scroll semplice e conciso. Ed ovviamente un invito a passare sui miei social se proprio vi andasse. Stanno linkati in basso, Scallo.